Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know it's a Call of Duty video when we're talking about some creators within the Call of Duty community having some drama, some back and forth, and in my opinion, some little bit of subtle flirting between these two content creators within Call of Duty. And I'm, of course, talking about NerosCinema and PhierceFPS. One of them, obviously, it being NerosCinema, is a very critical person when it comes to Call of Duty. Most of his videos are really shitting on Call of Duty and Activision, while on the other hand, we have PhierceFPS, who has blown up in the last couple of weeks on Twitter and has made several YouTube videos talking about the situation, like about him against NerosCinema, Black Ops 7's Classic Matchmaking. And to give you guys the rundown on PhierceFPS, he is defending, or has been defending, the Classic Matchmaking system and some things that Call of Duty and Activision have done. And to give you guys the entire rundown that's happened with this piece of drama, it started off with this tweet right here from Nero. He said, "It's 4 in the morning, I'm playing Search and Destroy on Black Ops 1, my team sucks and I'm happier than ever, LOL. This takes me back." And over the last week and a half, couple of days now, Fierce has been responding to Nero's tweets, and he just couldn't keep his mouth shut on this one. He quote retweeted that original tweet saying this: "Let it be known, this exact thing happens in Black Ops 7 and they call it skill-based matchmaking and bad team balancing. And here's a huge part, it's just obvious hypocrisy." And as a Call of Duty commentary YouTuber, you don't want to be called a hypocrite. You don't want to be offended by other people's words. But when you're getting called a hypocrite and over 60,000 people view it and then 130 plus people like it and reply to you, basically agree with you, you kind of have to respond. So NerosCinema responded with this tweet right here: "The only obvious thing is you trying to dick ride Call of Duty, aka Activision, be contrarian, and ride the coattails of those who came before you." And he goes on to explain how, everything was organic, the matchmaking from back then to now is just not the same. And he says a very important part: "I don't know if you're too young to know what Call of Duty was like back in the day. Judging from your cartoon avatar, I assume so. But this is the game we all grew up with and love." Here's the cherry on top from Nero: "You're welcome for the views. Tell Donna at McDonald's to throw in an extra McChicken on me, my man." And listen, that tweet alone from Nero and the fact that he got ratioed hella hard, that made Fierce change his profile picture to his IRL, professional LinkedIn photo. But Fierce, after getting ratioed, he couldn't stop. He couldn't keep his mouth shut, and he tweeted out this, which was absolutely insane. "Nah, unlike you, I don't just shit talk everything Call of Duty does for some cheap views." Calling out Nero's content. "Call of Duty screws up, I call it out. Call of Duty screws up, I call it out. They do something good, they get a thumbs up. You just spin anything for a quick buck." And he basically goes on to say that, there's a whole, lobby not filling issue, so try again with that whole entire statement. And then here's the important part right here, the cherry on top: "I'm 30 years old. I've been playing Call of Duty multiplayer since Modern Warfare 2 2009. I had a different channel back then. I don't know why you won't say it. I've been around the community for a long time. You, being around the same age, grifting to disgruntled old men on the internet has to be a mental illness. I'm sure there's some medication out there for you. Talk to your doctor." Oh my God. And when this tweet came out, when they started throwing major, 5-6 piece paragraph combos of tweets, I was like, these guys, these two lovers, they need to do a dual commentary debate live on stream, because it would be fun, entertaining content that we need within Call of Duty right now that's outside of Modern Warfare 4 and Black Ops 7 or skill-based matchmaking or anything else. All in all, though, the big things that Fierce and Nero are disagreeing and arguing about, which, by the way, let me know in the comments below if, you guys have any opinions on this, but they're arguing about 3 things. The Black Ops 7 Classic Matchmaking, if it's legit or if people are just bad at the game. I know Fierce has defended it, saying that, you're just bad at the game if you're complaining about it. NerosCinema does not believe in it one bit. He's been calling out Call of Duty and Treyarch for not communicating over the last week and a half now. The second thing that they're really arguing about is also you know, their content and what they make. And in my opinion, as a viewer, you have to come in knowing that once you find something as a creator that clicks, right? Like if you're a viewer looking at, you know, let's say, for example, Nero's videos or Fierce's videos, or a great example, my videos or TheRick's videos, we kind of make the same look at thumbnails, titles, same feeling videos. That's because once you find something that works, that gets views, you're going to abuse it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to abuse it and use it. And as a viewer, you should know this, guys. For when you reach a certain status where you have 300 members, 400 members, 500 members, or you're getting in 100,000 views every single month, or 200,000, 300,000, right? At one point, yeah, you might get bored as a viewer, but you get easily replaced, which is like the insane part. You know, like for me, I try to thrive off of my community being loyal and, you know, people showing up and people continuing to come to the streams or the videos. But I totally understand why some people would want to move away from my content, Fierce's content, Rick's content, NerosCinema's content, because at the end of the day, right, people get bored. And I feel like no matter if you're trying to defend Call of Duty, try to hate on Call of Duty and be negative about it and see the worst for it, whatever, no matter what, there's going to be an audience for both sides. And I think at the end of the day, as a viewer and as a human being, you should prioritize what you want to see. You know, there's a whole option and menu on YouTube to, you know, de-recommend content and videos. I use it all the time and it's amazing, right? So if you want to see more positive Call of Duty content, go watch people that make positive Call of Duty content. If you don't even want to talk about Call of Duty, just want to see the gameplay, go watch people that 2-box and 3-box, right? And if you want to, you know, talk about Call of Duty, have a serious conversation about it, positive or negative, watch those creators like myself, like Rick, like Fierce, like NerosCinema. But all in all, right, if you're wondering why we even do any of the content that we do, outside of just us enjoying Call of Duty and wanting to see the best out of it, for like 90 to 80% of us, it's the business. You know, don't listen to these content creators say, oh, you know, like, I don't really care about the money, yada, yada, yada. I mean, when you're making an extra couple thousand on the side, when you're making videos as easy as 2-boxing and 3-boxing videos where you have bot lobbies or speaking into a microphone like this, I mean, you would obviously post daily, make all the videos that you need to do that actually do well, all that other shit. So, yeah, I feel like as a viewer, everybody should be aware, like, what it takes to be a content creator and how much money it's in social media nowadays, especially when it comes to the gaming side, you know? I feel like more than anything, as of right now in the year 2026, it's so easy to be a Call of Duty content creator, either through commentary videos or gameplay videos or just gameplay streams, because you can 2-box, you can 3-box and have bot lobbies and act like you're the best player in the world, or you can glaze the game or talk shit about the game and have people watching the video no matter what, even if they disagree with you or agree with you, man. All in all, without any jokes, I really like this kind of drama from Fierce and Nero. I want to see them go at it again. I would really love and appreciate having them on a like dual commentary debate live on stream, because they've been throwing shots at each other, they've been flirting with each other, and I feel like the time for tweeting and using our Twitter fingers is over. I want these guys to hear each other's voice and really have a conversation, not through, you know, fucking virtual words and letters. I want them to speak it out and hear each other, because I feel like that's when we can actually get the conversation rolling about classic matchmaking, the content that they're both creating, and also how they feel about each other after going at it for the last like week and a half now. It's been amazing to see. But if you guys enjoyed, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And it's been your boy Kibo, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.